next set of exercises, this is very imaginatively called the ball and hoop set of exercises. This is all about learning to judge distance, speed, and direction of the ball. So I could do this on my own if I had a smaller class and I had enough hula hoops and enough starter lines or marker cones and enough sponge balls. We could do this as an individual exercise. We're actually going to do it as a paired exercise. So we're working together. Also very important to get kids working together. So it's not me against you or I'm trying to beat you. We are trying to do this together. I'm going to roll it out of the palm of my hands like we've done before, and I'm trying to make the ball stay inside the hoop. So it's very close to me. I'm rolling it. I need it to stay inside the hoop. If it stays inside the hoop, I can turn it over. I increase the distance, and I give the ball to my partner. My partner can roll. If she gets it in the hoop, she can turn it over. You can turn this very easily into a competition, a paired competition. So you give them 30 seconds. Who can get the hoop the furthest up the hole? We can roll right hand. We can roll left hand. We can roll. Oh, yes. We can roll tweener. We can start again and do the same exercise with a racket. So I put the ball on the line or at my marker. Remember, I stand to the side if I want it to go straight, and I'm trying to bump it into the hoop. And if it stays in the hoop and it doesn't, that means I go and get it. I pick it up and I give it to my partner, but the hoop stays where it is. It's that racket, it's so powerful. Of course, we can do forehand. We can do backhand. And we could do tweener. So you can get endless little fun competitions and skill builders out of that same exercise. Really popular exercise. Of course, it can be played on your astro pitch, school playground, whatever small space you've got. Now we'll move. We could also complicate it by sending two balls at the same time. Oh, yes. And I got them both in, so I would turn them over. And then my partner can go. Okay, so we're going to move that on. So using exactly the same pieces of equipment, we're going to do a bouncing ball this time. So with this exercise, we're setting up in exactly the same way. And my partner is going to throw in the rainbow shape for it to bounce in the hoop. I'm going to catch it with two hands, and I'm going to send it back to bounce in front of the pink line or the marker cone. So starting to build a rally with our hands, and we have very clear target areas. Kids immediately become more accurate more quickly if you work with target areas. We managed to get it in, both of us. So we turn the hoop over. We increase the distance so the hand goes longer to the target. Lovely rainbow shape. Up it goes, bounces in front of the line. We managed it. We can send it back. We can throw with the right hand. We can throw with the left hand. We could throw from above the head. Throw from above the head. So lots of different things, but the key for me here is you start with the simple target, you make it, you increase the distance. And then we can move that on where we throw the same throw, but we chase after the ball. In tennis, you have to get behind the ball to be able to control it. So we'll start with the rainbow shape. I get behind it, I catch with two hands, I send it back. If we managed it, we might turn the hoop over. I wouldn't go too far with turning the hoop over here because then it becomes impossible to catch it. My turn to throw. So my partner has to get behind the ball, catch with two hands, and send it back. That's when it becomes a little bit harder, when it goes too far away and you have to throw much higher to increase the distance. So it starts to become a little bit tactical. But all of these things, you would be governed by what space you have and the ability of the kids in your group. So we'll move it on a little bit more. So I'm going to be here. So we have the same thing, the rainbow shape. I trap it in the sandwich trap. So remember, it's the halfway house between the throw and catch with the hands and the hitting over the net. I'm keeping it safe in my hand here. Sandwich trap. And I can send it back like this, like this, like this, or like this. But it has to bounce in front of the pink line. We increase the distance. And I would increase the distance again. So you've got a lot of different options there. And again, the throw from here can be with right hand, or with left hand, or above the head. We'll move it on a little bit, and we're going to try to bump the ball back. So I'm going to stand to the side. I'm going to stand to the side, because it's easier for me to hit it straight. We managed it. We increased the distance. We managed it. We increased the distance again. And of course, you'd give the racket to your partner. Let them have a shot. It's as important to hit as it is to be able to throw with accuracy. And then we can start to run after it. We add the little bit of movement. So if I run after it, I can trap like this and send it back, or I can bump it back. I get behind it, and I bump it back. Turn the hoop, give the racket to my partner. Very good. So we can go as far as we like with that. Of course, you can hit with right hand, and you can hit with left hand, because tennis is a two-sided sport. So whether a child is right-handed or left-handed, make them do everything with each hand. We could add the second racket as well. So you could actually be chasing after it and trapping it between two rackets. So if I was running after it, and Mel had the throw, trap like this, I could send it back any way that I like. But what we're going to show you now is how you build this into a rally in a small space. So now we're going to build it up into a rally. And if kids can do this in a small space and just increasing by a hoop length each time, they're starting to be able to control the ball back and forward to each other, and then we can start to add the barrier tape, we can add a little bit bigger space, maybe some lines, and it's much easier for us to get to a little starter game of tennis if we can actually do this. And we'll get to this stage if we do all the things in front of us that help us to develop the skills and the control that you need. So I stand to the side, I drop the ball, I bump it up, a rally of 1. Stands to the side, drop, bump, I send it back, rally of 2. 1, 2, 3. If we get to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get to 4, is when we would turn the hoop over. I think it's really important to add at this stage that we go in increments of 4. But every time we increase the distance, we start with 1 again. So you're building up. It's also important, I think, to add in that it doesn't need to be 4 in a row, because you don't want kids getting stuck. If you make 2 and then you miss 1, you bank 2, and your next shot is 3. So this is how it would work. So none, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Well done, partner. Now you can turn it over again. Right, let's try again. So none, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. And our last one that we can do with this, you can go as far or as short as you want with something like that. So we're going to build the rally up where one partner is chasing after the ball. If very important that you can do that in tennis because the ball doesn't always come to you like it does when we're working in the small space. So we have to be able to move to and from the bouncing ball. So I drop, bump, rally of 1. It comes back, you're going to send it to me. So we're going for a rally of 2. 1, 2. Now we try for 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll try for 4. Send it. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And so on. So you're working as a team. You do it relatively statically. You start to build the rally up, and then you add in a little bit of movement because we always have to be able to move to and from the ball. If we can't do that, tennis is going to be really difficult for us. But going through these sequences, it becomes a lot more doable, and you're close to your partner, which is a whole lot more fun. I cross my hands so that I can drop the ball on the correct side of my body for the backhand. And we're going to go with the same thing. So I'm going to go bump, trap. She's going to go bump, I'm going to trap. We're just going to go in single. This will be the first thing we do because we haven't done any backhands. And I'm going to trap, cross, trap, cross. Okay?